Hey guys, it's Nick from F150LEDs.com. Today we've got our 2023 Ford Super Duty truck here in the shop, and we've shown you how to install this fantastic looking, extremely bright LED bar right here within the bumper. It's got that perfect curvature, blacked out hardware, so even when you're not using it, it looks OEM, it looks built in and looks great. But when you do turn this guy on, it is extremely bright. It definitely turns night to day, and it's extremely easy to install. I'm going to show you how it's done right now. Sincerely, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate it, and we don't want you to miss out on any of the great content for your Ford truck. All right, let's get back to the video. This Paladin Series 150 watt LED bar consists of 30 CREE XTE 5-watt LED chips. They're top of the line chips, so they're extremely bright, each capable of about 625 true raw lumens. So in total, you're looking at reaching somewhere near 19 to 20,000 lumens from this 150 watt variant of our Paladin series bar. It features our custom Paladin Optics, and when combined with the slight curvature of our bar, it's not only going to give you great distance, but a wide beam cast as well. So you're going to get a full light pattern that's extremely bright with that CREE crystal clear white light. The hardware is also all blacked out, so when it's on the truck, it looks fantastic. And throughout the bar, we've got our venting design ribs here. So you're not gonna have any wind noise or whistling, but you are gonna be able to dissipate the heat that is emitted from these efficient but very powerful LEDs. Our custom harness is also thermal braided, so you're gonna have protection from heat as well as any abrasions or snags within the engine bay. It uses thick gauge wire as well as our full IP68 waterproof connectors that have these rubber seals, as well as our lock collar ring to make sure that you're not going to have any water egress into your harness. The harness is of course powered by a relay and has built-in fuse. Today we're going to be utilizing the aux switches that are already installed in our trimmer Super Duty. So we're going to be using this attachment here that will attach to our harness with this blue wire. And we're going to use that blue wire to attach directly to the aux harness in the engine bay. Now, if you're not using your aux switches, or you can use our premium in-dash switch, or in tandem with the switches, or instead of the switches, you can use our wireless control module. This makes installation that much easier because you don't need to attach any aux switches or run inside the cab. Plus, it gives you strobe features, and you can control the bar with our wireless remote. The first thing that we need to do is go ahead and mount our custom brackets here to the bar itself. So we're going to go ahead and take this thicker bolt with our lock washer and washer. And we're going to put it into the open channel. This open channel here goes to the bar. The two holes here will go directly on the bumper of the truck itself. So we'll go ahead and go about 90% tight to the bar, because once we set it on the bumper, you're going to want to have a little bit of flexibility. If it's too hard by hand, we also have our larger Allen wrench included as well. So now we'll repeat for the other side. And once we get these two brackets, again about 90% tight on this bar, we'll be able to set it on the bumper and take some markings. Now we can go ahead and set our bar on the bumper and position it how you'd like it to be. So you've got vertical adjustment here with your bracket, and then you've got, you can point the bar up or down, but you want to make sure that it's not touching anything here on the rear of the bar. So depending on the type of variant truck you have and grille, you have versatility with the bracket and the mounting. So once you get it even, hold it in place, and then we're just going to take this electrical tape to mark our bracket location. Just like so. And then we'll do the same thing for the other side. Now we can take our brackets back off our bar, and we're going to line them up with our tape lines here, and then we're just going to take a Sharpie marker and using this innermost hole closest to the center of the truck and make a Sharpie mark. Now we're going to take a 1/4-inch drill bit to drill out the two marks that we just made. Now don't worry, it drills extremely easy through this bumper. Be careful of any metal shavings, however, they can be sharp. Okay, the next thing we need to do is remove a small plastic tab located right under this black plastic pad and right behind our hole. So we're going to use the tools from the F150 LEDs custom installation toolkit, and you can just pry your way up under this surface pad, and typically if you apply enough pressure up, the tab, which is hard to show you on camera, so we'll show you a picture, will break off. And that's what we want. We want that tab to break off. If you're not able to break it using pry force, you just can remove it using a different tool, knock it off basically. Now we're ready to mount our brackets directly to the bumper using the hole that we prepared. So we're gonna drop our bolt here through the hole. We're just gonna let our bracket hang for just a second because we're gonna need to gain access under this panel. So we're gonna use this pry tool. I'm just gonna pry this valence piece off here, just like that. That will give us access underneath the bumper so that we can use our washers and our nut here to secure the bolt. Push up under. Helps to squeeze your hand all the way through. There we go. I'm gonna hand tighten as far as I can from underneath. Look at our bracket position. And then once I've got it as tight as I can with my fingers, I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and use this 3/8 inch socket to tighten this bolt. The lock washer is allowing it. Okay, now once we've got this bracket secured and tightened all the way, we'll repeat for the passenger side. Now that we've got our brackets installed to the bumper, we can reinstall our bar to the brackets themselves. Since we're remounting them to the brackets, this is the time that we'll want to make sure that our bar is aligned properly as far as verticality and angle here. Again, not wanting to interfere with the bumper of the truck. Now we're going to take our bar side IP68 connector and we're going to feed it up under and then into the grill. So you'll be able to grab the harness, pull it through the grill here. Now that we've got our connector behind the grill, we're just going to use these pliers to work the harness connector here up to this latch connector. And that's where we're going to meet it with the engine side of the harness connector. So just use a little patience here. This is not when you want to have large hands, but using these pliers makes it pretty easy. Also helps if you've got someone else that can reach up through. You can see it here. And there it is. So now we'll be able to connect using our IP68 connector, carefully noting that there is a notch cut out. Push it in all the way, and then we're going to turn our lock collar ring clockwise to lock it into place and to seal those red seals. Make sure we've got a full waterproof connection. Now we can connect our harness to the battery. Now we're going to be connecting our positive and our ground leads from our harness. So red positive side is going to go to the red side of your battery, marked with the plus sign, and then this black wire is going to go to the ground side, marked with a negative symbol, and the black side. So first we're going to connect our positive side to the battery, and we're going to be using our size 10 socket. We're going to be using a powered ratchet, but obviously a manual ratchet or wrench will work just fine. Be careful when you're pulling these nuts off. You don't want them to fall into the engine bay. Speaking from experience, that's not fun trying to find that. So you're gonna put the ring over your positive terminal like so. Just like so. And then we'll repeat the exact same process here on the ground side. Under this handle here. Connection. Hand tighten. Reverse direction on this powered ratchet. Tighten back down. You do want to make sure that your nuts here are very tight. Now the last thing we need to do is connect our harness to the switch. Like we mentioned earlier, we're going to be using the aux switches on this trimmer Super Duty. So we've got a aux switch connector wire here. So we're just going to unwrap it. And then we will take this white connector, plug it into the end of our harness. You're going to make sure you feel it firmly seat in place like so. And this blue wire is going to be the wire that we connect to the auxiliary switch wire. The first thing we need to do is remove this assembly box here. There's 2 tabs located here next to the main fuse panel. And if you push on those tabs, the box will release. Oops, I'll do one at a time. I'm going to apply upward pressure. We'll try to show a picture if I'm hopefully not blocking it too much from the camera. I have a little bit of room in here. Okay, so now our box is released. And we'll be able to pull that up. And then we'll expose, as you see here, these are our aux panel switches. There's also a wire guide on what you can use, which switch is what color wire. So today we're going to be using violet with orange. We're going to be utilizing our easy T-tap connector module. Okay, so this makes connecting to wires extremely easy and safe. So we're going to take our blue in and insert it here on the back side of the connector, just like so. I'm going to take our pliers and just push down. You hear it clip in place. That's now connected. And now we're going to take this other end of the wire and reach it over this purple and orange wire, and then we're going to push down on it. This wire is thicker, so it's going to require more pressure. Once we do that, we'll be connected into this aux switch. Now we'll be able to put our panel back. Now that we're all connected and everything's working, you can use the included twist tie to bundle up your harness and just tuck it up out of the way to make sure it doesn't interfere with any of the mechanical components of your engine. Okay guys, that's all there is to installing our 150 watt CREE XTE Paladin LED bar on your 2023 and up Ford Super Duty truck. It's going to work across trim levels, across different grille types. It is a fantastic bar, extremely bright. The camera cannot do it justice how much light this thing puts off. But not only does it put out that light, but it looks fantastic as well and looks built in. We highly recommend it for your 23 Super Duty. You can check it out today at f150leds.com. You can find all of our custom built LED lighting products built specifically for your Ford Super Duty. We truly appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you there. Thanks guys.